Here's one you probably didn't think of, and it could happen anywhere. But in my previous video, I took the stile out to put in this nice sliding drawer in the bottom. I'll put one up on the top later. But you got this gap, you took the stile out. So what are you going to do? Well, you're going to make a pretend stile and screw it in here. So when you close the door, it's hidden, but it looks like it's a stile. So you need something. My gap is 2¼ inches, so I need something like 3½ inches, 4 inches wide, and it's a 22-inch height. So I'm going to cut it an 1/8 inch off. So I've got a 1/16 little gap to make sure it opens and closes, but it doesn't look too bad. So let's get cutting. So I decided to go with this base trim. It's 1/2 inch MDF, which gives me a 1/4 inch to play on the inside, replacing the 3/4 inch style. And it's 3½ inches wide, so it's perfect. So as I said, this is already a 22-inch gap, top to bottom. So I cut this back. You know, I got a line there on the inside where the top shelf is and the bottom shelf, so I can center it. That'll be like my exposed gap on the other side, which should look pretty good when I get it in there. And because of the size, I need to have it screwed in 3/4 from the end. I got a couple of marks. I'll clamp it up and pre-drill some holes, and I'm just going to put in some 1-inch screws to hold it. Hang on. Well, look at that, peeps. I think it works out pretty well. You can use this technique if you're doing what I'm doing. Look at that. I open one door, I open the other door, and this new drawer I put in just slides right out instead of having to grab up there. Like tomorrow I'll put that other shelf up on top. Then I'll have 2 shelves going. Yes, I have to paint that. I know it's where I cut it off and filled it in, but otherwise, look at that. That closes nice. That closes nice. Teeny gap. I could have made that a hair bigger, but I think it's going to work out perfect. All right, we'll see you later, guys.